Hey everybody, Dimitri here. I just wanted to show you something. Had a lovely Christmas here. Luckily my family came here before the lockdown, so we were able to isolate ourselves for a couple of weeks. And we had, fortunately, we're one of the families that had able to be together and have a good Christmas. And now the reason here, I wanted to share my daughter. Thank you. She got me to see this lovely picture of the Ewoks, and Star Wars fan. I'm sure some of you out there know. Anyway, my son got me this. So I'm a huge Phantasm fan. Have been since 1979. Why am I a huge fan of Phantasm? It's not the it's not the best horror movie in the world. No offence, Don Coscarelli or Gigi or Reggie, Baldwin or Thornberry. The actors in it, by the way. Things like my favourite horror movie is probably The Shining. Then there's Fright Night, which is not the new one, the old one. Poltergeist, the original Poltergeist is brilliant. And then you've got things like The Gate. If none of you have seen The Gate, it's a wacky movie. The Thing, 1982 or 4, John Carpenter, amazing. Why, however, saying, why do I like those? I like those films. Sorry, is Phantasm. However, I will watch The Shining probably once a year. Fright Night, Poltergeist, and the follow-ups. Now and then. Halloween, love Halloween. I'm a huge John Carpenter fan. Don Coscarelli, don't be offended, because I love The Beastmaster and the death of Tanya Roberts. Shame. He was so young. Well, young, for these days. I love B movies. That's one of the main things, because there's a lot of the time you don't get the effects and necessarily the best actors. Or I'm not saying anybody in Phantasm's a band actor, because I love you all. Angus Scream, but there's something compelling about the story of Phantasm. The first one got me hooked on. Here's the thing: Don and Reggie and Gigi and Baldwin and Bill, Mike. I've been a biker and a fan of American cars since that film, your film. Dukes of Hazzard obviously had an influence, and such like, but it was Phantasm that hooked me on these things. So I've had now roughly 45 motorbikes. Unfortunately, only one American car. I had a 6.6 supercharged Trans Am back in the 80s. I wish I kept it. Oh, dear, that's worth a fortune now. Sorry, clock going off, 1:15. But Phantasm is a film I can watch over and over, especially the first film, and over again. It is something compelling about it. There's something that draws you in. It's also, I suppose, because it's you're endeared to the characters of Mike and Jodie and Reggie and the Tall Man. Wait, are you endeared to the Tall Man? I don't know about that, but I still, even as a young man, remember in a cinema when Mike's got the lollipop in his mouth on the high street, and the Tall Man's walking down at the back of Reggie's ice cream truck. And at age, I remember going, "Oh my God!" So they're just out there movies. They're B movies, but they're out there. And B movies are sometimes better than other movies because they don't have the budget, but they have the story. They have the imagination that's outside the box, rather than the same old. The devil, this, the ghosts, the vampires, the zombies. Same old. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with them, but now and then you will get movies outside the box. And I was thinking about what movie is obviously Phantasm 1 I prefer the most, because it's the one that introduced us to the characters. It's the most wackiest of all of them. Now you've got Phantasm 2, which I think that had the highest budget out of all of them, and obviously Michael Baldwin wasn't in it. Michael Baldwin? Sorry if I got that wrong. It shows you how much of a fan I am. Jeez. I've got to look that up now. Sorry. I'm a stupid idiot I am, honestly. 1 minute. Yeah, Michael. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I haven't gone mad. So the second movie, I was thinking about it, even though it had a different character playing Mike, and it had a lot more razzmatazz, and I love Alchemy. She's gorgeous, you know. Not because she was naked. That doesn't not help, of course, but you know. Actually, 1, 4, 5, 1, 3, 4, and 5 are my favourite. You know, the last one, Ravager. Brilliant. The idea, because you guys might not know this. I died when I was 14 from meningitis and had to be zapped back to life. I used to have a poltergeist. I've had a lot of strange experience in life that other people, friends and foe, have experienced with me. So I've always had this kind of this outlook on life of what reality and what's an illusion, and are we somewhere else in our dreams, for example, because some of my dreams can be quite intense. Here's one, you know, before I go back to Phantasm. I had a dream a few weeks ago. My wife and I got in my car. We'd driven down to Iceland, not the country, the store, Iceland, and we're about to get out the van, and so sometimes my wife and I go to bed and we listen to, you know, a story on CD, you know, and this happened. We were listening to radio broadcasts recorded in the 1940s of Basil Rathbone and Nigel Bruce doing Sherlock Holmes. So that was playing in the background. So in my dream, we've pulled outside Iceland, and Tina, my wife, has looked around to me and I've gone, hang on 1 minute, hang on, I can hear Sherlock Holmes. And she's you know, going, what? What are you, mad? And I'm going, no, this is a dream. I can still, we're actually asleep. I can hear Sherlock Holmes, you know. How fucking mad is that? And I woke myself up. So I'm telling my wife in a dream that we're in a dream, and she's telling me we're not. So, so I've always, I fell off a cliff when I was 17, rescued by a helicopter. You just honestly would not believe the things I've put myself through. But they've always, including my dreams and my writings, you know, given me a perception of what we live in, and what I consider to be the illusion of what we live in, or the reality of what we live in, and what people subscribe to or adhere to in that reality. So Ravager, Phantasm Ravager, was for me fantastic. Yes, the CGI effects were a bit ropey, but it doesn't matter. That's the whole point. When you grow up with things like Doctor Who, and I did, you know, in the old days, and the sets wobbled, including Star Trek, it doesn't matter. And that's the problem with people these days. They have to be fed all these effects and CGI, you know. Sometimes they're amazing, sometimes they're overdone, but it doesn't matter. Phantasm Ravager was brilliant because of that. You know, what it took you in a sense back to the first one. What is a dream? What is reality? Are you in a dream? Are you awake? Are you asleep? Who knows? You know, are you dead or are you not dead? And that was Ravager was brilliant. And I also enjoyed 3 and 4, and I enjoy them all. I watch them, you know, but up there you can't see it. I've got the box set, you know, Blu-ray with the ball, the sphere, the Guardian. Reggie, brilliant. You know what you did in the war and things. You know how you became a leader. You know, fantastic. Gigi, I love your writings on Facebook. You know, and I love what you two do out there. Michael Baldwin, you know, lovely. You know, how did they not put you in a second one, bastards? And what a talented group of musicians you are. You know, I was a bass player in a rock band myself for many years. So anyway, I just wanted to thank my son Taron for getting me that book. I never knew it existed, and I'm sort of talking to the Phantasm universe to say, never be bored of these films ever. And people who don't understand them, hey, that's okay. That's okay. Just learn to live outside. Yes, I know. My son was here, he'd be telling me, Dad, it's your opinion. But he's not wrong. But anyway, love you all. Love you, son. Love your daughter. Reggie, Gigi, Don, Bill, Mike. Thanks for giving us Phantasm. Ta-ta.